Hello everyone and welcome to this lesson in Java programming. This is lesson 6 and today we're going to be talking about declaring and using integer variables. Now, in the last lesson we talked about \n, creating a new line, \t, a tab, system.out.println. We talked about how your code must go in between the curly braces. So thank you guys for watching, and today we're going to be talking about declaring and using integer variables. Now, what is a variable? A variable is a named memory location that can change values. So you can think of a box. Think of everything that's in that box. That box is the variable because it can be moved around from place to place and it stores values or it stores things. The box itself at least stores things. So an integer is a whole number between -2,147,483,684 all the way to 2,147,483,647. So let's get into an example right here. Age is a variable, and I can say age is equal to 17. Age stores the number, like the box stores something, so age stores the number. But if you see, we're still getting an error, and that's because we haven't resolved this variable to a data type. Now, what are data types? Data types are stuff like integers, bytes, long. It tells you that your data type tells you what your variable stores. So if you use int, it's telling Java that age stores a number because integer is a number. So if I have semicolon at the end, that's the end of the line. So we have integer age is equal to 17. So this is telling Java that your integer, which is a number, is going to be resolved in a local variable called age, and that's going to be 17. So let's try that out. System.out.println age. I can just put age in there. I don't have to put it in the quotes, because if we put that in the quotes, then all that's happening is we're just going to print out age. You see, because the quotes only print out what's in the text. I mean, this command only prints out what's in the quotes, the text in the quotes. So I'm not going to put any quotes, I'm going to put age, then I'm going to run it, and we're going to get 17. So it takes what's been assigned to the local variable and it outputs it onto the screen for you. So I think that's a pretty neat feature of Eclipse. And I can say integer age, and let me say Jenny age. So I can say Jenny is, then I'm gonna put a plus over here that tells Java, be careful, a variable is coming in, Jenny age. And then now let's run this. Jenny is 17. Now we could format it a little bit more. You could put spaces here if you want, but that's not really necessary. So I'll just put a space here. Clear that up. I'll take that. Okay, and I'll just leave that. Jenny is 17. The amount of space you put here doesn't matter. It's only over here that matters. Actually makes a difference. So let's recap what's happening here. We have an integer data type. That's telling Java that whatever is stored in this variable, Jenny age, is going to be equal to 17. System.out.println Jenny is Jenny age. Jenny age is 17. This plus sign tells the computer, oh my bad, this plus sign tells Java that you are about to call a variable. So it's not in the quotes. If it was in the quotes, it will print Jenny age, but because it's not in the quotes and you have a plus sign that's telling Java a variable is incoming, it will draw from here where Jenny age is 17. So you have Jenny is 17. It's that simple. Let's try another example, but with more variables. So I'm going to say integer variable 1. Okay, we don't want any spaces, and you don't have to do this integer variable 2. That's another way. Integer variable 3. These are all different ways of doing it. Yes, you can do it like this. And then I can actually go down here and say variable 1 is equal to 10, variable 2 is equal to 20, variable 3 is equal to 30. You see, I can do this, and let's work with that. System.out.print ln the value of all variables from variable 1 to variable 3 is variable 1, add another plus, because you have to add another plus here when you go back to the quotes, because then that's the end of when you had your variable, when you input your variable. So here we had a plus to tell it our variable is coming, then here you have to put another plus to tell it to go back to text form. So that's variable 1, comma, outside again, variable 2, another data type coming in, another variable coming in, my bad, comma, variable 3. Okay, alright, now let's run this and see what we get. I'm just going to press enter here and bring this to a new line. I could make my code environment bigger actually. I think I should do that. Make this smaller. There we go. Just to give myself a nice space, better working environment. Okay, you see, we still have our first one, Jenny is 17. System.out.println the value of all variables from variable 1 to variable 3 is variable 1. That's 10, 20, 30. But let's make that a little neat. So I'm going to put a space here. Space here. Space here. Let's try it. Much better. So the value of our variables from variable 1 to 3 is 10, 20, and 30. So just like that, we were able to take the variable, take the value that we assigned to the variable and print it onto the screen. So a much simpler way to do this though would be integer variable 4, variable 5, variable 6. Now we just declared all these variables as integers without having to do another, going to a whole new line, int variable 2, int variable 3. And that's not the only thing. You can actually assign those values over here too. So it saves you a lot of time and a lot of space. Variable 50, 60. See? Very simple. So now I can say system.out.println the value of all variables from 4 to 5 is the same thing, plus we're about to bring in a variable 4, comma, put the space at the space, plus we're about to bring in a variable 5, plus, comma, another variable 6. And let's run it. I'm gonna put a space over here. Okay, I already did. There we go. The value of all variables from 4 to 5 is 40, 50, 60. So that's pretty simple, and I just wanted to bring you guys up to speed on declaring and using integer variables. There's actually nothing difficult here. This is very simple, and it's important that you get this because this is actually a very crucial topic in Java. It's really important that you know what's happening here, and important that you understand how things are happening behind the scenes. Just a few other things I would like to point out before we head over to the exercise. I think it would be better to show it in light theme, classic theme. Okay, there we go. So you see, Integer is purple, it's color coded. That tells you that it's data type and it's important. Anything that's color coded by Eclipse, you can already bet your bottom dollar that it's important. Public static void main, int, that's integer. And your different data types, we have int, we have bytes, we have short, we have long, we have characters. But if it's color coded, then it's important. And we're gonna get to all of this in due time. I just thought it will be important to show you the integers for now and to let you know that when it's color coded, it's because it's important and it's a data type. So now I'm going to put the exercise up on the screen. As I said, try it for yourself first and then see if you can do it, and if you can't, then continue on with the video and we're going to do it together. Okay, so here's the exercise. The first one says write a program that declares 3 variables named age1, age2, and age3. Assign any age you wish to each of the variables, then use the println method to output the ages to the screen separated by commas. Exercise 2. Naruto has 34 ramen noodles, Luffy has 4 gears, and Goku has 4 stages of Super Saiyan. Write a program that assigns these amounts to variables, then output the following to the screen exactly as written. Naruto has 34 ramen noodles, and Luffy has 4 gears, and Goku has 4 stages of Super Saiyan. So it has to be exactly as written. So pause the video, try it for yourself, and when you're ready, resume the video, and let's see how far you came. Okay, welcome back. I hope that you were able to solve the exercise, and if you were not able to, that's okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to work together and we're here to understand it. So we're going to tackle exercise 1. It says write a program that declares 3 variables named age1, age2, and age3. Assign any age you wish to each of the variables and use the println method to output the ages to the screen separated by commas. Okay, so we know it's an integer data type because it's age and it's storing a value. So age1, let's assign it a value of 3. Age2, let's assign it a value of 4. And then age 5, let's assign it a value of 5. Okay, this is fine. So we have integer age1 is equal to 3, age2 is equal to 4, and age 5. And it says then use the println method to output the ages to the screen separated by commas. System.out.println no, we're going to start off age1 plus comma age2 plus age3 comma oh wow, I just noticed that age3, yeah, alright, age3. Okay, and that's another neat little feature that I forgot to show you. You see, if I click on age1, Eclipse is going to show me all the places where I have used all the instances of age1, which makes it really easy to declare errors. So if I was to change this to age10, it's going to show me the only place where I have it as age10. So it's very useful feature to know, and it's going to help you out in future. So what was that? Okay, yeah, so we're done with exercise 1. If we run this, 3, 4, and 5. Actually, we don't need this here. This was my mistake. So 3, 4, and 5, just like it said, assign an age to each of the 3 variables and use a println statement to separate them by commas. So now the next one. Naruto has 34 ramen noodles, Luffy has 4 gears, and Goku has 4 stages of Super Saiyan. Write a program that assigns these amounts to variables, then output the following to the screen exactly as written. Okay, so integer Naruto is 34. You don't have to put the space there, I just like it like that. Luffy 4, Goku 4. Okay, system.out.println output onto the screen. That's the command for output. Naruto has okay, there we go. Naruto has plus Naruto. We're putting in the Naruto variable, and what's stored in the Naruto variable? 34. Naruto has 34 ramen noodles, comma, and Luffy has plus, I was about to put 4. Luffy. You might think that you can just, why can't I just put 4, or why can't I just put 34? It's gonna make it easier. But you'll see why this is very useful, because this is still a very, very basic intro to using integers. As time goes on, you will see why it's very important to create variables. And Luffy has 4 gears. Now remember, we can do another entire system.out.println command, but that's not necessary because we learned the \n. So give yourself a pat on the back if you remember that. Goku has 4 Goku stages of Super Saiyan. So that should come out exactly as outputted on the screen. But before that, I would like to give a space on the console because it's going to appear right underneath it. But with the \n, you're going to skip a new line. Naruto has 34 ramen noodles and Luffy has 4 gears. Goku has 4 stages of Super Saiyan, exactly as we wanted it. So thank you guys for watching, and as you guys learn Java, I'm also learning too on making videos and other things, so we can learn together. And I hope that this lesson has been informative, and I thank you guys for watching it. Thank you for your time. Remember, practice, practice, practice. Be consistent and practice, and there's nothing you can't achieve. Thank you.